Welcome back to another vlog. I just went to yoga and got some groceries at the grocery store for a project that I'm filming today. I am working with Clara, the pan company, and I'm gonna make some chicken for a video. So I had to stop at Whole Foods after I got out of my workout class so I could get a couple things. Treated myself to some new hydrangeas. Lately my hydrangeas have been dying so quickly. I used to be able to make hydrangeas last for like 2 weeks straight, but lately they've just been biting the dust in a matter of days. I give them the plant food, I give them fresh water, and I also do that like ice water, like soak the actual flowers themselves. But I don't know, something about the hydrangeas lately aren't lasting. So got a new set of those, some of my favorite flowers. They just look so good, like no matter where I put them. So that's just what I've been up to this morning. It's 10 a.m. Daylight savings was this past weekend, so I feel like I'm waking up earlier, maybe not earlier, but waking up on time because my body still thinks that it's an hour later than it is. I'm not sure how long this will last, but I will take advantage of it while I can. Let me give you a little haul besides the hydrangeas and the chicken. I got cauliflower, which is also for the recipe. This is my favorite thing to get whenever a recipe calls for wine, because I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a smaller bottle and it's a twist top. So if you're just cooking with wine and you have, you know, every so often a recipe that calls for it, I like to get this one from Whole Foods just because I can keep it in the fridge like solely for cooking purposes. I've drank it too, it's a good wine, but I just like that it's a mini bottle and it twists shut. So that's my little cooking wine favorite. Recipe called for a shallot, it also called for half and half, but I'm a half and half cold brew fiend, so I wanted to get more just in case because I already have some. I just didn't want to use it all up in this recipe. And then one of my recipes today, not related to the video, calls for flour tortillas. They were out of the brand that I usually get, so I got this one. Kind of interested to see how it goes. That will be later today. So this is my little haul and this energy drink that I almost forgot to mention. Let's give this a try right now. Actually, I need a boost. Aka plant-based energy drink, guava passion fruit. This might be a new favorite. And as you may have already picked up on in the background, this house is a mess, so I'm gonna clean this before I shower. Just took a break to make my lunch. I'm having these creamy sesame chicken wraps. It's a side dish recipe, so it's on that website. I think it's linked on mine as well. I just finished my lunch and worked on my computer a little bit, but I heard a knock at my door, so I went and checked, and the grill came. A couple big boxes came, but I brought up the 2 smallest ones because I didn't want to carry the other ones up right now. But I got a package from Public Spirit, which I'm not familiar with this brand. I think it's a new brand. I just looked it up and everything's under $25. Right now they only have hand soap, body lotion, and body wash. The scents are incredible, and honestly with the vibe of it, I'm really hoping that they do like a laundry detergent or like a surface cleaner or something, because this hand soap smells so good and I kind of want it in like more home products, you know what I mean? It's like sandalwood and violet, I think, cardamom, violet, and sandalwood. This is giving like Aesop soap energy, just at a slightly lower price point, and it's kind of different. I feel like Aesop hand soap is like very, I wouldn't say overdone, it's freaking hand soap, but you know what I mean, it's everywhere. So if you want something a little bit more more unique but smells just as good and kind of gives the same vibes. Really like this stuff. This would make a good hostess present. The hand soap. Maybe not so much body lotion and body wash, but definitely the hand soap in like a cute little basket. I have no idea how they got my information, but I'm very excited to try this out. Just finished filming my recipe video, and I hate to say it, but I'm not even in the mood to eat right now. So this is gonna sit here until I finish editing, and then hopefully I'll be ready for dinner. And this is a French chicken with like a Dijon white wine sauce. I don't know, it's incredible. I've shown this one before. It's one of my favorites. It's like the perfect solo or like date night cozy Thanksgiving vibe. Like if you're not traveling for the holidays, make this recipe. I actually put it in my newsletter for that exact purpose last year, so you might have already seen this, but it's insanely good. It does not look like much right now, but it's crazy good. And not let it go to waste, and you can save it. Freezer section, as still being in it, makes it heat the oven between the mini fry and the mini sauce. Yo, what did I tell you? Look, it looks like these have gone through like World War III. What is up with this? I cut them on an angle. You watched me no less than 10 hours ago put these in the vase. I kind of want my money back. I'm so mad. I don't know what I'm doing differently. I cut them at the angle. I smashed them a little bit. Did the whole hydrangea thing. What is going on with hydrangeas right now? Please tell me I'm not alone in this. On another note, please let me know. Does my cool new match holder cup thing look like a bra? I don't know. I can't unsee it. Is this cool, or is it giving bra? Or is it giving cool bra? Is it giving cracked egg? I don't know. Back in the kitchen, because thankfully I realized that the meat that I had initially planned for tonight's dinner, ground sausage, it's like a sausage tortellini bake on the menu, that will go bad if I don't cook it tonight. So I put up the chicken and cauliflower that I just made for my video as leftovers, and I will eat those whenever. But I am gonna cook dinner tonight, even though I just cooked a full meal. I just don't want the sausage and stuff. I guess I could freeze it. It's too late now. I'm committed. I'm excited. This is a sausage and kale tortellini bake, but I'm gonna make it with spinach because those wraps that I made today have spinach in them. So I was like, I'm just gonna do kale instead of, or I'm gonna do spinach instead of kale, so that spinach doesn't go bad. Let me see where the recipe is. 35 minutes, and that probably includes the baking time. Okay, I just need to dice up an onion, and I think that's it. My last task of the night is going to be trying to revive these poor freaking hydrangeas. I have some water. I'm going to just see if they want to drink any of it up. If you don't know, hydrangeas can take in water through their petals, so that's a way that you can like make them last a little bit longer. I don't know if this is gonna work. I've had it work in the past. I've also had it not work in the past. So maybe I'll just do one at a time. I'll babysit them. All right, here's my little hydrangea hospital that I've got set up. I just put all of them in there. Then I added more water. They're fully submerged. I gave the stems a fresh little cut. Those are underwater too. I'm probably just waterboarding them now. They're definitely dead. I think I should give up, but I'm gonna take a shower, get ready for bed, and then check back in on them. But morale is low. My mom's actually coming to visit this weekend, and she had points, so she's staying in a hotel. She's not staying here, which is kind of nice. It was planned before the move, so I think the rationale was not knowing like how settled I would be in the house. In hindsight, she could totally stay here and totally could have hosted her. She has a hotel. She's good to in on Friday. I think she's leaving on Sunday morning. So tomorrow I want to get the house in somewhat hosting order since she'll be over here. Obviously, she's not the type of person, and definitely not the type of mom where when she comes to town you have to, you know, dust every speck of dust and like clean every corner. Like that's not really the vibe. So I'm not gonna be cleaning to that degree, but I just mean getting stuff set up because she does live kind of far away now. So I want to have as much set up as possible because it's not like she'll just like swing by in a week and like see the latest development, you know? Like I kind of want it to be as done as it can be so she can see the full progress and the whole vibe and everything. So that's kind of looming over me as I like think about all the other stuff that I want to get done today. Well, today's over, tomorrow. But setting up the grill, I want to set up this little table thing. I looked into the TaskRabbits in the area and none can do the grill on the timeline that I want it done, so I think I'm just gonna try my hand at it. It did arrive today. I don't know if I said that. It did come. I also have a ton of laundry to do. I totally meant to do some today, but every time I walked past the laundry machine, I was like, oh, I should put a load in, and then I just never did. I'm trying to think what else. I think I'm gonna hang out with Lauren for a little bit tomorrow. She's come by and seen the place, but just briefly when she was over in this area. Probably have to go out and buy more hydrangeas tomorrow. My tulips went kind of crazy too. Maybe it's something in the air, but I put tulips on the shelf behind me, and I think it's just because they were searching for the sun. They like grew all kind of crazy. So I just put, I think that's technically like a filler for a bouquet, but that's what's in there right now because it's not seeking the sun. How fun is the color of this face mask? I've never used one this color. It's the Tatcha Vitamin C Violet C Radiance Mask. Never tried it before. Hopefully it's as good as the color because it's a really pretty purple. I've used their blue, the container is blue, the mask isn't blue, but it's like a blue mud mask. I probably have it around here somewhere. The clarifying clay mask, I really like their masks. I haven't really dabbled with a lot of their skincare products outside of their masks, but I really like the masks and they last forever. I've only got a little bit left in this one, but it's lasted me a really long time in my skin. So normally with masks, I feel like you'll have 3 really good benefits that you see in your skin, and then at least me, because I'm acne prone, I'll like break out once or twice, or it's very rare that I have like a completely positive mask experience. Look at the state of the bathroom behind me. I can't even try and hide it. I can't even try and get out of the frame. I'm gonna let this mask sit, go check on my hydrangeas, and go to bed. I will see you in the morning. It's the next day, Thursday morning, and I think the hydrangeas actually came back to life. They're looking a little bit better. The moment of truth is like taking them out of the water and seeing. Looks a little bit better. I wonder the best way to let them dry. Maybe I'll lay them on some paper towels just so the petals can dry. All right, well, while my hydrangeas recover, I am going to get started on cleaning the bathroom, putting in some laundry, mainly putting in some laundry because I'm running low on like basics right now. I have this pile next to the sink. So this is gonna be my first stop. So I'm gonna sort into darks and lights. And this is gonna be good because this is like the stuff that I've been wearing the most, so there's like a lot of basics in here. I've been procrastinating the laundry so much because I don't have like my actual clothing storage situation figured out yet. So any laundry that I clean, like I don't have anywhere to put it away, so I've just been like trucking through as many outfits as I can before doing laundry because I'd rather have everything laundry and like in a dirty pile than in just like a, you know, random clean pile. At least that's been my rationale. So that's why I'm so far behind. Like this has never been washed and I'm worried it would stain whites. Maybe I'll have to do a third, like a colors load. Running around town and crossing off a few errands from my list. I have to go to the UPS store, donation drop off, random stuff like that. But I just realized that Spotify Premium added audiobooks for Spotify. I don't even know if I'm understanding what it is. Anyways, I have free access to audiobooks through my Spotify now. And I noticed that they added audiobooks a couple of months ago, but you had to go onto your desktop and like pay for them individually to listen to them. And now it just seems like you have access to audiobooks throughout your subscription. I'm listening to the Britney Spears Woman in Me memoir right now. I'm on episode 6, or chapter 6, I guess it would be. 6 out of 49. Wow. But I really like it. I like podcasts, but sometimes with podcasts I find myself forwarding through some of the banter, especially if I'm not like personally involved or connected with the people speaking. So I think I'm really gonna like audiobooks. I'm excited. Let me know if you have any audiobook recommendations. Hopefully, I don't know if you get like one book a month. Hopefully not. I mean, I'm interested in this book regardless, but it seems like they have a ton on here. I'm really excited. Oh my gosh, they have Emily Ratajkowski's book. No idea what it's about, but I've definitely seen that cover before. Tiny Beautiful Things. I'm really excited. Wow, I'm not a huge reader, but I'm a big listener. Give me some recs in the comments. If you have Spotify Premium and you've perused the selection, let me know what I should do next.
I had no idea. Instead, I was just curious. I have nothing. I sang loud. So we got our family friend. I didn't know what was. If anyone was able to. I don't know what happened. Always in a dress and heat. I ran straight into.
The lamps I ordered for this table just arrived, so I'm unboxing them. There's another one. I think they look really nice. They look way nicer than they actually are. They're from Target. They're the vibes that I wanted. I'm gonna do one there, and then I'm gonna play around with the styling of this. This is what I've landed on. I'm sure it will evolve, you know, as time goes on. The only thing I'm gonna permanently do is hang this picture a couple inches up and then put this picture light over top of it. And then obviously I can just move decor around as I see fit and as stuff starts to annoy me. But I was trying not to make it too symmetrical, but it is symmetrical, but in like a fun way. I think it's a little bit off kilter. And now I'm gonna do something that, it's not embarrassing, that's not the right word, but it is kind of like peeking behind the curtain, and it might ruin the way that you watch videos and TikToks from this point forward. But whenever I do one of my stop motion-y, like organize with me, decorate with me, like shelf styling, like I just did one for my pantry. Let me show you for reference. Like I just did a TikTok and reel where all of this stuff was like stop motion-y going into place, and it was like a decorate with me video. I had already like decorated it. I had already pre-worked and decided where things were gonna go, and then once I figure it out, I take everything out, and then for the video I'm putting it in its place. Because if I was deciding where things were going as I was filming, that just, I think that's more complicated than deciding taking everything out and then putting it back in, which sounds so excessive, but I mean, that's the content. Like that's, I like making videos like that more so than deciding where things are going. Like either process could be the content, but I just prefer like the fun videography aspect of the latter. So that's what I'm about to do with this table. I'm gonna take everything off of it now that I kind of know where I want things to go, and I want to film like a TikTok reel of everything kind of going on, and then I will link everything on my Instagram stories. I can run through where everything's from with you guys in the YouTube video too, so you don't have to go back to my Instagram. I'm gonna film that right now because I have good light. Popped open a Celsius too, so I'm all fueled up. Behind the scenes of filming a TikTok is essentially that audio where it's just silence and the sneakers squeaking. That is the behind the scenes of my TikToks, because with the music it looks super fun, but the behind the scenes is one of those like trust the process moments. Voila, it is all hung up and it looks great. I'm really happy with it, and might not look like much, but I did angle that book, and I think that added a little pizzazz. The way that I did the wires for the lamps without you being able to see them all hanging down was this little thing is an extension cord that I was using in the last apartment to make sure that the bedside tables were flat up against the wall instead of like jutting out from like cords for the lamps and stuff. But it is a little mini extension cord box that I have them plugged into, and then you'll see that I duct taped them down those two like beams of the table, so that worked out perfectly. As for where everything's from, the table itself is from a Charleston home store called Celadon. They don't ship furniture, but they do ship a lot of their decor pieces, which are arguably just as cute as the furniture. So if you're not in the Charleston area, then definitely still look at their website if you're interested in like that style vibe of stuff. My new coffee table is actually from them as well. But the table here is from Celadon. These two lamps are from Target, and they look so luxe. I'm obsessed with them. I don't know if it will show you on camera. Yeah, you can kind of see it's like a linen-y textured lampshade, and then a kind of like cementy, maybe cement stone textured base, but they're really light. Like I can pick them up with one hand. They're like super light. I don't know why I felt the need to prove that to you, but hopefully I didn't mess up the cord. No, we're fine. Okay, lamps are from Target. This print in the middle is a photograph from Slim Aarons, which is like an old school photographer that's taken like a ton of iconic photos that you've probably seen before. I bought this one framed from, I believe it's called One Kings Lane. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if you, Blue Kings Lane. If you Google Slim Aarons tennis in the Bahamas, that's the name of this print, and it's one of those things you can buy from like a ton of different places. You're really just paying for, I think, the print itself. Obviously you need to pay for some like sort of rights to that, but you could probably get it on Etsy and stuff and just frame it yourself. But it's called Tennis in the Bahamas. Little Amazon picture light above that. These two little ashtrays are both thrifted. This one I thrifted in Raleigh. This one I thrifted from a vintage shop in Charleston, actually, up in Park Circle. I think it's called The Station at Park Circle. It's this vintage shop. I really like those two. This is a little marble dish bin thing from H&M Home. H&M Home is so underrated. These two books are Charleston and Raleigh coffee table books from this one brand that is sold at Stephen Shell Living. I can't, let me just check the brand. I think it says it on the back. They're blank books, so they would be really cool as like guest book. It's literally called The Blank Book. Okay, by Pastel Proper. I need to see if they make like a Washington DC one, because I just think that would be really fun to have one from every place I've lived post-grad, and then I could just have this little stack. But I just have my little Cowabunga surfer guy here. It's actually called the Cowabunga statue. I got that in Raleigh, but you can find it online. It's another one of those things that's kind of sold all over. Down here I have this little bowl dish thing from Target. I'm not sure if that's gonna stay here. It just kind of keeps moving around as I decorate more stuff. But this bowl is from Target, and then these not jewels, what are these called? These crystals are from Home Goods, actually. They were selling like an assorted box of crystals, and they're all labeled, and I kept the label on them, so if anyone ever asks, I can like say what they are. But I just thought that added some cool like earthy color to this area. Moving on, I thrifted some of these books. Some of these books are like actual books from my collection, but I just took off the jackets and faced them all this way, so it's less clutter overwhelming. These two rhino and marble bookends are from Home Goods. This is a diptyque candle jar that I thrifted, and I filled it with like plain wax, so it looks like an actual candle, but it's thrifted, and that's just plain like soy wax in there. And lastly, this little box thing is from Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, one of those places, and it's just turned into a collection of old and new and thrifted and stuff that used to be in other spots of the house and other spots of previous apartments, but it has since evolved to live here, which is always so fun. Turned on all my lamps, and I'm having a cozy little night with some leftover tortellini bake that I made last night. Actually, I'm not sure if I showed this, but it's like a skillet version of that really popular modern proper, what is it called? The tortellini sausage kale soup. This is essentially, I'm going to link it in the description box, but if you've had that soup, this is like a skillet version of it, obviously less liquid, and I swapped the kale for spinach. I can't remember if I vlogged this last night. This might be super redundant, but really good. And I like putting leftovers of stuff like this in my glass meal prep containers because these are oven safe, so then I can just like reheat it really quickly and put this whole thing in the oven. Friday. I'm back home now after working from a coffee shop this morning. My Wi-Fi is not very good when it comes to uploading stuff, so I'm trying to find like a good coffee shop with fast Wi-Fi speeds. Whenever I go to a coffee shop, if you Google internet speed test, you can test, first of all, your own internet speeds and see if you're getting speeds that you actually pay for, and then You can also test like public Wi-Fi so you know what to expect and you don't like embark on a project if the Wi-Fi is even worse than yours at home, which is kind of where I'm at. So I went to a coffee shop this morning. Wi-Fi wasn't great, but I don't know unless I like try it out. So got a coffee out of the house and then just came home to start working on some stuff, slowly but steadily uploading more footage for my next YouTube video. Well, this YouTube video. But I'm also working on my gift guides. If you haven't seen on TikTok or on Instagram, I have launched my annual gift guide, and I do them for different categories. So right now the categories are for the host, gifts under $30, for that girl, for her, for him, for the person that has everything, stocking stuffers, and white elephant. And I'm just gonna keep adding. I have coworkers on my list as one that's been like really requested. A lot of people want like kids, but I don't have kids, so I don't know how beneficial that gift guide would be. People want one for like pets and pet owners. So if you have any requests, send them my way and I will make gift guides for them. I compiled them on Amazon because that's like the easiest place to just have everything live. I think Like to Know it's not as user-friendly as Amazon storefront is, but you don't have to buy them off of Amazon. You can just go and look and then search the item and like buy from the actual retailer. But that's where all my gift guides live. And I'm about to make a TikTok that kind of runs through the white elephant options. But it's 11:30 now. I got out of the house at 8 and I just got home at like 11. So I was out of the house for a decent amount of time, and I took the golf cart out this morning, which you probably saw. I think that's my first time vlogging in the golf cart. I think I already mentioned this, but my mom's coming this weekend. So it's 11:30. She'll be here in a couple hours. I've been playing Bob the Builder this morning, and I just built the grill and this little cart thing that I got to go next to it. I built them inside though because it's supposed to rain today, so I just figured until I get covers for them I would keep them inside. Probably wondering why I didn't just wait to build them, and that's because I'm impatient and I had time to this morning. So
and change up the show. As always, they send people to the fact that I might not need my... This felt like being told the dancers on stage were... Announcers were live streaming, flashing a giant screen, fire blast.
Going to get a quick coffee breakfast with a friend of mine from college that lives here now too. So it's super nice to get to hang out with her again. But I'm gonna go pick her up in the golf cart. This is my little outfit here on the windowsill, so you're really low right now. But I just have on a white long sleeve shirt from Free People, this little Free People fleecy pullover, black leggings, and I'll probably do... Ooh, maybe I'll do like mini Uggs because it's cold and rainy today. I think that's gonna be all for today's video. I'm sure for the rest of the weekend I'm just gonna be listening to my Britney book, and maybe I'll start another one. Let me know if you have any book recommendations, especially like Audible, Spotify recommendations. But thanks so much for watching. I'll make sure to link all my recipes and like random stuff that I talked about throughout the video in the description box. Go follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you want to see more of my life over there. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.